This episode of Live Arena was brought to you by SedgeFat. SedgeFat is a new miracle weight loss diet program that I just made up. Let's go to Live Arena. SedgeFat. SEJFAT. Stop eating junk food all the time. That's the secret, boys and girls. You those quarter pounders? Eat too many of those, they will put pounds on you. Trust me, I know. I learned the hard way. Or is it the easy way? Anyway, I'm going to start with Armands. Speaking of the easy way to start is to open with Armands. I suppose when you think about it, Raid Shadow Legends is kind of the junk food of the video game industry. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I saw a video yesterday. It was Pirate Software. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Pirate Software and his games and his channel. I love his channel. Who am I picking? I guess I'll go with. I'm gonna go with the King and Queen, right? That's who I like to go with. That's who I like to start with. With the Burger King and the Dairy Queen. Yep, I'm going with junk food themes today. And maybe I'll go with Duchess, and who really completes this team? Rodos? Let's go with Rodos. Anyway, Pirate Software, he put out this one video where he immediately started ragging on Raid Shadow Legends as being like a terrible game. Like, in Raid Shadow Legends, you're terrible and you should feel terrible. And I'm watching this and I'm like, yep, he's not wrong. And the question would be, how do we go about fixing Raid Shadow Legends? How do we fix it? And I don't think it's possible. I mean, like, I'm addicted to this game. It's too late for me. One day I'll be free of its grip, but not today. Tomorrow's not looking very good either. But it's the motivations. This is a game motivated by money. Over-monetized, under-devved. That's how he put it. Underdeveloped. And clearly over-monetized. Like, everybody can see that it's over-monetized. I get to keep Armands, huh? That's cool. And so this is the thing. I mean, I will complain, and I will die on this hill. I will complain about this game every time I do a video, but I'm doing videos on this game because I do actually enjoy the game. There are good things about the game. There are bad things about the game. If I were to make a list of my top 20 favorite games ever, this game would not be on it. Top 100 games ever, this game would not be on it. But I do like playing this game. I do at least like Live Arena. At least when I win. Winning is better than losing. Oh my god. What is going on today? So because we lost the queen, I kind of have a lot of difficulty keeping the crowd control off my people. Even with Armands. I mean, it doesn't work if Armands doesn't get to go first. Maybe I need to start pairing Armands with Arby. That's probably the way to do it. You got Armands, you want to go first. It doesn't work if he never gets a turn. And I maintain Armands is broken as all hell. Even if I lose this fight, it doesn't mean Armands is not still broken as all hell. Okay, better get my people back in. So, who do I need to hit? I'm not sure. Him. Just maybe hoping for a little cooldown increase there. No, we sheeped somebody. That's something. Sheeping Lady Mikage could be huge. It's going to be harder to control everybody like that. Okay, let's get some status protection going. Maybe that'll actually get me a turn. Unless Unless Sun Wukong is about to steal this stuff from me. Yikes. Obviously, I'm just overmatched this time. I mean, I'm still in. I could theoretically come back for this, but I think I'm just going to give it to him. Because coming back from that would be a long, drawn-out process. If it's even possible. So I'm just going to give it to you. So well played. Riddick. Now you I've played before, I think. So I'll start with Armands. And basically, oh, and he's going for the king and queen. Okay. Maybe they're getting used to me and they know that I want the king and queen, so they're going for them first. That's a good call, I guess. So I'm going to go for Lady Mikage. I'm going to go for... I'll go for Duchess. I mean, maybe I want RB for the sheer speed control, but I'm going to go for Duchess for the combination of toughness and status protection and stuff. She's just a good overall champ. I just finished doing a session on Charmop's account, and he's got a Duchess built a little bit different from mine. He's got her in a bolster, and that is handy. So what am I doing with this? Maybe I want to go with... I'm going to need 2 nukers. And that's why he knew he could safely pick Rhodos, because I can no longer really block it with an Ultimate Death Knight, but I could still take, say these 2? Is that what I want? Or do I maybe want... You know what? I'm going to go for him, and I'm going to go for him. It's really rough, because really, I don't want a bunch of Spirit Nukers against a Magic team. That's something that maybe I should have thought of maybe 30 seconds ago before I committed to them. But it occurs to me I don't have a lot of really good Force Nukers. It's a real gap on my team, aside from Candrafon, who I maybe should have gone for. Let's get rid of Rhodos. I guess that's the way to go with this. So I'll get rid of Rhodos. I will put Speed as the aura. I have a whole team that I built in Classic around... ooh, I get to go first, too. Okay. So who do I want to ally attack? Really no one, because the only one I can even ally attack is the king, and the king is kind of immune. You can't really do damage to him out of turn. Alright, well let's get some buffs going. Okay, so I'll start with the area of effect attack. And my Duchess does not look very good. They're just gonna keep beating on her. Oh, she's dead. And he's dead. And I didn't get lucky. I didn't get my peril. And I can't control anybody because there's too much block debuffs on the party. Well, at this point, all he can do is beat on my Mortu Macabre. It's not something he wants to be doing because it does mean I'm likelier to get peril. Let me think. Do I think he could kill both of them? That I might actually need him to kill both of them. No, not enough to kill either one of them. I guess it would have been better to double down on Ultimate Death Knight. So that's good to know. Man, it would have been great if I could have taken them both out there, though. Because at that point, I'd have simply won. But no. I figured I needed to take them both out immediately and that I wouldn't survive another attack from the king. And lo and behold, I did not. But it doesn't matter if I can't take them both out. So, we're up against Prayer Warrior. Okay, Warrior, say your prayers. Here comes Armand's. And because I can, I'm going to take the king and queen now. I'm not used to a lot of people taking the king and queen, but that seems to be happening a lot today. Like I said, I had that other session on Charmop's account, and king and queen showed up a lot. And he's in gold 1. So maybe they're more common in gold 1 than gold 3. I don't know, but I was seeing a lot of mythicals too. I'm almost thinking this might be paradoxical, but I'm almost thinking there were stronger champions in gold 1 on both sides, on Charmop's account that I was using and against the enemy accounts as well. Whereas here, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of stuff that a lot of these are fairly free-to-play accessible champions, all things considered. Like, he was a fusion. You get these two eventually. There's a code to get him. And I better pick somebody. So I'm going to pick these two. I know I don't have to fear Ultimate Death Knight because it's only gotten one nuker so far. So I'm going to get rid of him. This guy nukes like crazy. He is crazy overpowered. So I'm definitely going to ban him because it is something to see. It almost feels unfair that you have this guy that can survive almost anything. He can revive an entire party. He nukes like almost no other champion I've ever seen. So I'm going to take the speed aura from Armand's because that's our best aura. So that's kind of a duh thing. I apologize, I didn't see that immediately. So I get the drop on him. I get to place some buffs. And can I take control? Wow, I actually got his Mithrala. That surprises me. Okay, let's see if I can sheep him. This is why you probably... Here, let me see if I can... Yeah, let's just take him out of the fight. This is why you want to ban the Armands. Because this isn't even remotely fair. So let's try this again. Steal some turn meter, stun them. Maybe we can sheep her. Ooh, I'm sorry. Except, no, I'm not. Not really. Never going to apologize for winning. I probably should never apologize for losing either. Should I apologize if it's a draw? I don't know. Anyway, I think I could just full auto this. So good game, Prayer Warrior. I'll say a prayer for you now. In my head. It involves 72 virgins. It's a very nice prayer for you. You'll have a good time in the afterlife. You'll see. It'll be great. So we have Seaman Empire. Depending on how you say that, it could sound really gross. I'm gonna go for the king and queen. I probably want to go for Duchess, Rhodos. I don't know. I really want to make Mortu Macabre work. And the way to do it is to pair him with the Ambassador. Especially if I see stuff like this. There's lots of revive on the team. So I want to make sure I have a good amount of block revive. At this point, okay, you know what? I don't have to worry about him bringing Ultimate Death Knight because he doesn't have any nukers showing yet. So I could probably just get away with bringing Mortu Macabre. Just right out of the gate. I don't know. I'll bring Duchess. I want to have good support against whatever he's planning on doing. I got 2 nukers already. I got 2 support revivers. Last champion can really be whatever I want. So he's bringing Sun Wukong and this guy. Okay. So I'm gonna bring Mortu Macabre after all. Or do I maybe want to try Volcanon? Now let's bring Mortu Macabre. And I will lop off Armands. You gotta respect that Armands. He will mess you up. He will mess you up good and proper. And he's getting rid of the king, which makes sense. So I'll take the speed aura. 24% speed. I'm going to hope for some peril. So she places buffs, I place my buffs. She places more buffs, I'm going to guess. Oh, she's just going to go for an attack. Why place more buffs right now? Right? And he's going to come in with some kind of big nuke. Duchess survives. Excellent. I didn't know she'd make it. I mean, I was prepared to lose her, but I'd still prefer not to. I'm going to... You know what, I'm going to try to drop her if I can. And then we'll take some health from Marichka. It's already not looking good, Seaman. Okay. Let's get Duchess back in. And the peril, who do I want to get rid of? I think I'm actually more worried about the werewolf here. So let's knock her out. Well, it's all coming down to more 2. So let's see. Do I get a peril from all the attacks that are coming in? And also, Sun Wukong does potentially have his Wonder Stick, which I expect... Ooh. Didn't have time to use it, though. So that takes care of him. Now I've got an extremely slow champion that he might even... Seaman might be able to keep Mortu asleep the whole fight. Basically, he's just got to avoid hitting him with her. No, this is kind of rough. I don't know that my Mortu Macabre can do anything, because he's just going to get slept again and again. But I am stubborn. I think maybe it's possible that I'll get lucky. But I don't know. There's a lot of support moves that come off her, so she has a lot of chances to not play sleep. And I don't think she can even get 3%ed when she tries to sleep a champion. So I think we just sort of lose here by brute force. So that was unfortunate for me. But good game, Seaman. I was close. So we got Toxic Tam. Another name that looks familiar. So how you doing, Toxic Tam? So I'm going to start with Armands. I'm going to go with the King and Queen. Maybe one of these days I'll actually get to keep the combo. And I'm only seeing one nuker so far. So I could go with Rhodos, and I might try him again as well. Maybe instead of Duchess? Yeah. I'm just going to bring all 3 of them. This way, I think the likeliest ban is actually going to be the Queen. But it's tough to say. Maybe I want to get rid of the Siphi. I guess we'll never know. Alright, let's just do 5 more fights then. I wonder why Toxic Tam resigned. I also wonder sometimes if people wonder why I resigned. It's been a while since I resigned a fight from the outset, where I just look at the champions and I go, no. I'm just about always willing to try them. Doesn't mean I'll do particularly well. Let's get Armands into the mix. And I would like to get Duchess in. She's a good champ, but you know what? If I get the first pick, maybe I'm going to pick these 2. I could even just start with the King and Queen. But just to be different, I'm going to start with these 2. Gives me the maximal chance to have some crowd control over them. Both my Lady Mikage and my Armands are above 300, I think. I might be lying to you. Armands might be sitting closer to 250, but Lady Mikage is well above 300 speed. So she should get the opportunity to do something. I am going to bring the King and Queen. They're a good pair. We are dealing with Ultimate Death Knights, so I am not going to bring Rhodos. But maybe I'll just bring more too as my last option. Especially now, because now it's going to be hard for him to avoid hitting more too. Although, if I do that, I'm kind of tempted to leave her in, but I'm also tempted to take her out. I don't know. It's kind of a weird thought. Let's get rid of Sun Wukong. I think he actually causes the most problems to the team at this point. He's probably going to want to remove Mortu Macab anyway. No, he's removing Armands, which is probably the right call. So I'll take the health. I don't think this is going to be a fight for speed. This is going to be a fight for tankiness. But the difference is I have a reviver and he doesn't. And I can block revive and he can't. Mind you, that doesn't matter because he doesn't have a reviver. So maybe that's really just one advantage. But my, look at that. Look at all those notches. This is a really, really tanky girl here. So I'll go for the ally attack against him. That gets rid of one problem. Put up some buffs. Yeah, I'll just... You know what? I think it barely matters. I'm going to start with this. I'm going to try to increase the Ultimate Death Knight's cooldowns. Then we can go ahead with an ally attack against her. So this is kind of a war of attrition at the start, but I think this lineup that Parhap, or whatever the name is, I think this really only works against fast teams. Against a team that has a long-term plan, it's just not great. Anyway, you know what? I probably should have done this earlier in the fight. I'm going to try to lift this stone skin, or at least some of the other buffs, and then I'm going to attack. But Wither does get a whole bunch of chances to place buffs and cleanse debuffs. So let's try to stun. There's a lot of healing going on. So it may get to the point where what I need is all the perils, but we got some shielding here, so I'm going to get some extra hits off this. I didn't even need them, apparently. So this is probably just about the end. I'm just going to put this on full auto. So the team was tough. The problem is it didn't have as much longevity as mine did, so this was kind of an inevitable conclusion. So we got Litwid Mix. Litwid Mix gets to go first. Does not pick Armands. I find that surprising. Maybe I probably should still go with him. I might even go with Patty this time. Let's go with Patty and Armands. They make one another better. I will take the king and queen. Yeah, and I'll take them now. So with a lot of cooldowns that might get placed by Yumeko, I maybe want to prepare to use more 2 again. Or Rhodos. There's less RNG if I use Rhodos, although there's still some. So this is a consideration. I don't know. I don't know who I want to take. Let's take Rhodos. He needs some airtime. So who do I want to get rid of? I feel like Sun Wukong is maybe the right choice this time. Get rid of Sun Wukong. She will be tanky, but she'll be manageable, I think. I will be tanky too, complete with a tanky aura. Unless I want the speed. I'm going to take the tankiness, though. I think we're probably better off with that. We're not going first. He's got Arbiter. So there go my cooldowns. Here comes some crowd control, potentially, as well. Wow. Okay. Well. Open with that. Add some shielding to my HP-based champions. What I like about Patty is that he gives a different buff to everybody. So you're getting increased accuracy on the support champions. It's not terrific for himself. But let's just chip away at RB. I mean, we take out RB as quickly as possible. There's no reviver anymore. I'm also tempted to go after her, but I've made my choice. So she is hitting very hard. I'm hoping I can manage to get my cooldowns back quickly enough before they get reset again. Arbiter takes herself out. So who's next? I think I really want to focus on Yumeko. I don't want to lose my cooldowns again. Of course, now she's under Ally Protect, so maybe I do want to try to take her out as quickly as possible. We do get counterattacked if we hit her, though. But you know what? She can't counterattack all of us if we use an ally attack. I mean, she can, but it's not like she counterattacks 4 times. I guess that's what I mean. And I'm just going to try to take some health from her first. I know I could steal a turn if I did Vitality Plunder first, but I kind of like doing it this way. Let's see if I can get a double shot here. Not enough damage. That is a tanky Yumeko. The thing is, I think it's already too late. I think you should resign. Liquid Mix. I think this is it. Anyway, let's cleanse this stuff up. Holy crap. And I've got the increased speed now. I should be able to make short work of them. I can even put this on full auto. So, good game. Not a single thing to say right now. Just nothing going on in my. Just like I'm sitting here with my mind a complete blank. So we got Dr. Ko. He's got Armands. I'll take the king and queen. I wonder if Dr. Ko is any relation to Dr. No. We got a lot of crowd control here. That is troubling. I'm wondering if I want somebody to get that speed in, but it's too late to get Lady Mikage. Maybe what I want then is Duchess, Rhodos. I'm not expecting a UDK at this point. I think he's probably going to want to bring two ultimate or two nukers, right? If he goes for Ultimate Death Knight, I'm just going to eliminate whoever else he brings. So he's bringing a bomber. Okay. So I'm going to go for more two Macabre. I'm going to eliminate Armands. I think he's going to have a devil of a time not hitting more two Macabre. And do I want... I mean, she's almost certainly going to outspeed me, but just in case. I'll take the speed aura. Because my Duchess has something in the neighborhood of 300 speed. So that'll bring her to maybe 324 speed. But no, I do not get to go first at all. But he doesn't have the accuracy to place the bombs. Not on everybody, anyway. They went in the wrong order. I feel like she should have gone first and placed that increased accuracy first. Because without it, it's a lot of trouble for them. Damn. May not matter. He may have me good and proper dead. Let's do some status protection. I feel like I'm gonna have to revive this guy momentarily anyway, but I don't know. His turn meter's got knocked pretty low. So who do we want to get rid of? I think this guy's scaring me the most. So let's remove him from the fight. Well, I think it's time to get Rhodos back up. If there we go. I know I could have held off, but I don't want to risk having her die and not getting a chance to at least revive Rhodos. Hopefully we can get at least one more peril. He's got to try to place more bombs to do that, and he managed to place more bombs on Rhodos. But I think that was not the best timing. But I don't know. I mean, how stupid am I going to look if I'm saying like, yeah, he's not making the best decisions, and then he wins, and then I'm left sitting here going, he got lucky. That's right, he got lucky. So, here are my guys still being thoroughly crowd controlled. No peril. How hard can I hit with this then? I seem to be getting some slowdown. Not really hard enough to be much of a threat. Duchess pulling back a lot of health on herself, though. He's got to watch out. He might just get countered to death. And I'm out of water. Ooh, come on, Duchess. You can make it. You got the heart of a champion. Let's poke her. There's no point poking him. He's got a big shield up right now. He really wants to take out this guy. Man, slow is no good for this guy. I've said this before. I think I probably should give some masteries to boosting speed once the rest of the party is dead on Mortu Macabre, because at that point, he can't just stand there taking damage forever. He is going to run out of health, and in not very long. This might be it. And it might not. I mean, I'm getting consistently locked out, so maybe I should just give this to Dr. Ko. I think he's got it. I'm gonna give it to you. I think. There we go. Good game, Dr. Ko. Got 2 left. I have a lot of respect for that team. That was neat. So we got Dap Man. I've played you, Dat Man, before. Dat Man from Gotham City. Let's take the King and Queen. Accepting that I will probably have to ban Armands. I did hit confirm, right? Yeah, the game's just being slow. Either it's something on my end or something server side. I don't know. Let's try... You know what? You know what? I'm going to try this. I'm going to try these two together. Or I'm even... Yeah. I'm gonna try Helikath and Mortu together. And that pretty much means I'm banking on banning Armands. He can't stay. He's going to be too much of a problem. But what I can then do is bring in, say, the Ambassador. And then I can use the Ambassador to try to direct who he can attack. We'll get rid of Armands. And we'll lead with Mortu. Or do I want to lead with the Defensora? You know what? I'm going to lead with the Defensora. This is a combination. This is mostly the same combination as I try in Classic Arena. I think it's pretty much these 4, but instead of the Queen, it's Pythion. But he's pretty much the same thing. He's a reviver who can also cleanse. And what I do is I have Ambassador put a provoke, taunt, whatever the buff is, the provoke buff or the taunt buff on Mortu Macabre. Of course, he's a sheep right now, so he's not going to be doing that. And then Helikath can place block damage on everybody, so that can be handy. Not right now, of course. I'm going to save the cleanse for when I need it then. It's too bad that cleanse doesn't cleanse polymorph. It really should. Plarium, if you're watching, which I know you're not, because this is one of my marathon live arena videos. This is really only for the people that really like to watch live arena. But that polymorph needs to at least be cleansable. And that is an accurate Sun Wukong. Luckily, I did manage to place the block buffs on him. or block damage on him. I do have a lot of resistance on Mortu Macabre. That's the one thing I like about him. But yeah, pretty soon we're in trouble. Am I going to get that peril? I don't know, because nobody's even really being forced to hit him, so this really didn't pan out all that well. So I'll go for this. Tried to provoke some counterattacks, didn't work. Well, I'm getting a little too crowd controlled. Obviously, this was a stupid idea. All right. So now you have to hit Mortu Macabre. So now maybe I can get lucky and get some perils off. I could still end up weak-hitting Rotos, though. So that's yet another part of my brilliant plan. And we didn't even get it. So I'll just use the A1. Rotos at this point should be able to just take him apart. Wow, look at all that damage. All right. Well, anyway, good work, Datman. I know I said I shouldn't apologize for losing, but you know what? I apologize. I should have put together a better team. Maybe next time. Oh, it's Datman. Okay, Datman from Phantasmagoria. It's time for some revenge. So I'm taking Armands this time. You can't have him. You can still have your Sun Wukong. That's fine. Maybe I'll take. Maybe I want to take Rotos. Of course, he might go for an Ultimate Death Knight if I take Rotos this early. Of course, then again, I could also reserve the right to go for Ultimate Death Knight. These are good options. But you know what? I'm gonna just be different. I'm gonna go for the King and Queen. I think I did take them last time, but I'm not gonna go for the Helicath strategy this time. I don't think it's a good one. He's going for a different strategy too, evidently. Let's take. Who do I want to take? I want to take Duchess then, because she's good support. Maybe I will go for Rotos after all. And he did not go for Ultimate Death Knight. Good. I was worried that he would. So maybe I want to just get rid of the monkey or the bomber. I mean, I've either got to get rid of the Monkey King or the Rat King. They can both be quite dangerous to deal with. I am not sure. Let's get rid of the Rat King. I'm comfortable with this plan. So I'll take the Speed Aura. So this is it. For the honor of Grayskull, and by the power of Grayskull. So he's going for the increased attack. So what's he going to do? Is he going to go for the monkey stick? Or is he going to go for the block buffs move again? I think he's going to go for the monkey stick. Nope, he went for the block buffs move again. It's interesting. Maybe he's waiting for somebody to be low so that he's got a good chance to maybe do a little more damage. There's no point in trying to place any buffs right now, so I'm just going to use the A1. And I can steal some turn meter. I can't stun anybody. I think I'm kind of not worried though. If I sheep him and just remove the buffs from everybody else. So we can get up a cleanse. I'm going to try to steal some health from her. I have to hit very hard. It's hard enough, apparently. Alright, well, I'll go for the stun now. So we steal some turn meter. He can probably cleanse that stuff off, hey? So who do I want to hit? I guess her. Try to lower the cooldowns on her. Oh, maybe he doesn't. He doesn't have the cleanse. Lucky me. We'll keep beating on her. Maybe we'll just sheep. Yeah, I'm gonna sheep him again. Sun Wukong is a problem, and as long as we can keep him off the field, he's not a problem. Like, let's see if we can remove her, and then do as much damage as possible to him. Take full advantage of the fact that he did not take away Armand's and instead chose to take away the king, which might have been the right choice. I'm not saying it was the wrong choice. I'm just saying that leaving Armand's on the field is never a great choice. Because he's just got too much control. So I can get rid of that. I can get rid of that. I'll just sheep him again. It's probably irritating the hell out of Datman. I'm sorry, Datman. This is all I can do. Well, it looks like this is about a wrap for Dap. So there's another stun. And good game, Datman. I got my revenge. You got your revenge last time, though, so maybe next time you'll get your revenge again. Anyway, that's about all I got for you guys today. That was 10 gold fights. What's the log look like? It's 5 to 5. Not as good by any means as I did with Charmop's account, but you know, I did the best that I could, all things considered. Anyway, that's it. Take care of yourselves, guys. See you on the next one.